everyone, welcome to Full Metal Gamer. I'm Jason. Welcome to my channel. It's a place where we discuss all things heavy metal and video games. If you're new to my channel, I would love to ask you to hit that subscribe button down below, as it would really help grow and build this channel into the mighty death machine it could become. Anyway, on to today's story. Today we're going to be talking about some recent comments that Clown from Slipknot has put out into the ether in regards to the future of Slipknot albums. So, once again, if you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. We discuss all things heavy metal and video games, more so heavy metal on this channel. But I do throw in some video game stuff in every now and then, just to for the name's sake, and because I love video games as well. Anyway, so on to today's story. So, Clown has recently discussed the idea of, instead of putting out full-length Slipknot records, they're just going to maybe put out a single once a month over a period of a year. And his reasoning behind it is saying that, well, they could cut down the time of, basically, instead of releasing 12 songs once a year, they can release one single each month throughout the year. So it actually cuts down the amount of time that fans have to receive new Slipknot content. So, and he also says that the relevancy of physical media going forward, he says he doesn't believe that it's going to sustain itself. So, what do all of you think? Let me know down in the comments what your opinions are about this matter. I'm going to tell you what mine are right now. So, as a musician myself, I 100% believe that physical media is important, but I also believe that YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that is also important as well. And there's no denying that the future of music, I think, actually kind of relies on people embracing TikTok and YouTube, as much as I hate to say it. But I mean, if you really think about it, so but let's look at Slipknot first, and then let's work our way down. So if you're a huge band like Slipknot, you've already have the fan base. You already have the install base. So whatever you do, whatever they do, they're fine. But I could see where it would be easier for them to be more independent, to do this route than to, keep doing the traditional method. Which, think about it. Let's look at Spiritbox, for instance. Spiritbox, they released, I believe, an album before, but it never really, it caught on, but it didn't really catch on until they released Holy Roller, which was the first single from their previous record, Eternal Blue. And I think that the reaction scene on YouTube just picked up and just ramped them into this huge, successful band that they are now. And I think it was impossible for other bands, especially bigger bands, to see this happen and be like, "Oh wow, look what happened to them." And we already have the install base. We could potentially do this, release a music video once a month or so, keep this hype going until the actual album comes out. But still, they don't even necessarily have to do a full album. They could just keep releasing new songs just on a monthly basis, and then call it good. I just don't see physical media being the future, and I agree with Clown. For big bands, excuse me. Let me clarify. For big bands. Now, this is where we're going to work our way down. Now, for bands that are kind of your mid-tier to starting out, there's this weird gray area, and this weird gray area in that, I think if you've been doing it for a while, it's going to be really hard to get your fan base, if it might be a smaller amount of fan base. You don't have millions and millions of people listening to you. You may have 10,000 monthly listeners, something like that. I think it's going to be really hard to get a majority of them to sign off on going straight to YouTube or straight to TikTok to hear new content from your band or whatever streaming platforms you use. You might be able to get them to crossover, but you might not be able to get them to crossover. So therefore, there's always going to be the people who are going to want full-length albums. So what do you do? So I believe that there's going to be a margin for transition Don't know how long that will take or if he'll ever catch on, but I do believe it will be harder for that mid-era or that mid-level band to get their fans to sign off on that. But now let's go to the lower level area. If you start off on TikTok or YouTube and you get big, then that's great for you, because there's a potential that you could go viral. There's potential that you could build your entire base from the ground up on those platforms. I've already seen it happen. I've seen some bands on TikTok and YouTube that only have like 3 songs out and they have hundreds of thousands of followers. That's pretty damn successful if you think about it. That you've only released 3 songs and you have that many followers, that is incredible. And now the part is, if you start your band off that way, then you have to keep that train going. If you stop, if you don't become relevant anymore, then you're done. So there is that. But I also see the frustration that it's almost like you have to be known for something else before you introduce what you're actually wanting people to know you for. And that is a problem I do see going forward in this space in between TikTok, YouTube, or streaming platforms, being more independent, not relying on record labels. I don't know. It's just, I guess it all depends on who your audience is and who you're targeting. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'm torn on it. On one hand, I could see how huge bands this would be beneficial for, and how they don't necessarily need to put out albums anymore. If they just put an album, it's because they want to, or it's because they can. But there's big streamers, or there's people like Matt Heafy, Herman Lee, and other people and Misha from Periphery. These people have come out and said that music doesn't make them any money. It's their side gigs that makes them money. Streaming stuff like this is what makes their money. So I think that's where this is going to go going forward for certain people. And I think that everyone's going to have to be on board with that, or you just get left behind. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Once again, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If you like my videos, please share it. Also, have a conversation with me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching my video, everyone. Have a safe upcoming work week, and I'll see you in the next video. Always remember, long live heavy metal.